What a historic day in the Middle East. This is the exact moment when the crowd in Hostage Square in Tel Aviv found out that all living hostages were released and reunited with their families. The reality is that this peace deal is only possible thanks to President Trump's leadership, and while Democrats here at home might not want to credit and give any acknowledgement to President Trump, over in Israel, they are over the moon and they are giving President Trump credit where credit is due. In fact, on CNN, they seemed shocked that crowds were coming out chanting Trump's name and wearing MAGA hats. Take a look at this moment.
And, of course, endless applause for President Trump. Endless applause for President Trump.
And when I was there, I even saw people wearing Make America Great Again hats in that crowd over at Hostage Square.
Yeah, let's not forget that the bulk of this war, which has been going on for 2 years, happened under Joe Biden. Joe Biden was not able to bring this war to an end. And yet, in less than 9 to 10 months, President Trump was able to bring an end to this war thanks to not just his leadership, but all the other leaders and players in his administration, especially Secretary of State Marco Rubio. This truly is a historic day that's going to go down, I believe, in the history books as one of the biggest days, one of the biggest accomplishments for President Trump. Can you just imagine what the Middle East, what Israel would look like right now had Kamala Harris won the election? It would definitely be a lot worse than when Joe Biden was president. Well, on Fox News, they actually showed footage of the crowd in Tel Aviv chanting, "Thank you, Trump," over and over and over again. And apparently it wasn't just this morning. This chant has been going on. I mean, not nonstop, but they've been chanting it for the last 3 days as various speakers have come up to, update the crowd on what's going on.
Thank you, Trump! Thank you, Trump! Thank you, Trump!
Celebrations still underway in what they're calling Freed Square now, no longer Hostage Square.
And it's not just the crowds coming out to greet President Trump or the crowds celebrating the hostages being released and reunited with their families. It's also different signs that are all over Tel Aviv. So on the beach, they had a massive sign with a silhouette of President Trump's face. This sign was designed for President Trump to see as he was flying in on Air Force One, or should I say Trump Force One. So you can see this here, just a massive sign on the beaches of Tel Aviv. And if you just take a look at, the buildings behind it, it really gives you perspective for the scope and the size of this giant sign. You can see the silhouette of Trump on the left side, almost like a Batman calling signal. And so this really is a powerful, just a massive, massive sign tribute to President Trump. And like I said, it was meant for him to see as he was flying into the city. But on top of that, there were also signs all over the highways, digital billboards. So he definitely is getting credit there in Israel, and people who are coming out are creating homemade signs, ending hell, saving lives, worth more than a Nobel Prize. I really, really love that. Well, as these hostages are released and sent home, we're seeing powerful video after video of the exact moments when they're reunited with their loved ones, their families, for the first time in 738 days. It's emotion that you can't fake, an emotion that I think will resonate deeply with everyone. And on top of that, hostages have been released all along the way. It's sort of been a trickle for, mini deals here and there, and they've been giving interviews to the press. And one of them actually admitted that Hamas spoke politics with them. And according to Hamas, they said that they were actually terrified of President Trump and they were hoping that Kamala Harris would win. So it really, I think, validates what a lot of us felt last year. We felt that we needed to vote for President Trump for peace of mind in regards to the economy, peace of mind in regards to immigration and the border, and peace of mind in regards to world peace. Well, if you're a senior, you know just how stressful and overwhelming Medicare and the annual enrollment period can be. You just want peace of mind for your plan, but you're bombarded with scams, and it's overwhelming, and it's tempting to just ignore all of it and stick with the plan you're on. I get it. I really do. But if you don't review your options, you may find out next year when it's too late that you're paying for a plan that no longer covers your doctor, or maybe no longer covers your prescription medication. And that's why I'm proud to partner with Chapter. They offer free, unbiased ethical guidance. They review all of the plans for you to ensure that you are on the right plan. The best part, if you're you're already on the right plan, they'll let you know. So you have peace of mind that you're already on the best plan. It's free and it only takes 20 minutes. The average senior saves $1,100 per year. Just call 321-358-2297. Again, it takes less than 20 minutes and you can have the peace of mind you deserve for your Medicare coverage. Well, I don't know about you, but I already had peace of mind last year when I voted for President Trump. But seeing interviews like this really validates and confirms that, hey, I made the right choice at the ballot box.
Yes, it's him. He got me out. He got the hostages out. Before, we felt like nothing is happening, you know? And I remember for me, ever since he came into the road, they were very scared of him. Yeah, they wanted...
Who?
The terrorists.
We're afraid of Trump.
Yeah, they wanted Kamala to be chosen, to be elected.
You talked politics with them?
Yeah. They wanted Kamala to be elected. But as soon as Donald Trump was elected, they understood that he wants to bring the hostages back home. Yeah. So immediately the way they treated me changed. So if it's the amount of food, I could say this, that when Trump became president, yeah, the way they treated us changed. For me, personally, this is what I
think
felt.
Because they anticipated that a deal would come soon.
Yeah.
And that's when they started giving you more food.
Exactly. More food, treated me better, you know, stopped cursing me, stopped spitting on me.
They were spitting and cursing?
Yeah.
Were they beating you?
No, never. I was never, except the 7th of October, I was never abused physically. But I think it's because...
That's a powerful testimony right there, just saying that they were even treated better because of the fear of President Trump. And that's why, you know, a lot of people might not like the mean tweets. They might not like the unpredictability or the language or, you know, just how brash President Trump can be. But it's really clear that it works on the world stage. It lets people know, it lets terrorists know that President Trump is a man of his word and that when he puts down a red line, if you cross it or get near to it, you will face the consequences. So, look, like I said earlier in the video, the Democrats might not give President Trump credit for this or acknowledge that he even maybe knows what he's talking about and is able to get deals done. Don't forget, he is a deal maker. That was how he made his living in real estate. And now we are seeing this play out on the world stage. As I mentioned, we are getting tons of videos of these reunifications with families, and they are just powerful videos filled with tons of emotion. If you're emotional, grab a tissue because this is some powerful stuff. The first guy, I'm going to show you 3 different videos, and this first guy's name is Segev. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but his family actually thought he died in the October 7 attack. They only found out this past February that he was alive, and they found that out through one of the hostages that was released earlier. So, you know, from going to thinking your son is dead to finding out he's alive and then being reunited with him. Again, this is the first one in 3. Just powerful moments all around.
חיים שלי, אתה אלוף גיבור, כפרה עליך אני, כמה החיות שלך מחכות לראות אותך, ואילנה, חיים שלי ונוני, כל העולם חיים שלי, אתה, בטח, החזירו לי אותו אחרי 4 ימים, אתה לא מבין, טונטון, אתה לא מבין, חיים שלי,
אתה חייב לשתות קצת, נשמה, טיפה.
Incredibly powerful moments, and no wonder why so many Israelis are thanking President Trump, crediting him with this. It's not just the people on the ground and the hostages and the Israelis, but it's also world leaders. So President Trump was there earlier today. He gave a speech. In fact, the president of Pakistan just nominated President Trump for a Nobel Peace Prize, and he said President Trump is going to go down in history for all of this. And there was actually a great photo that was taken with all of the world leaders in Egypt. But before we get to that, I would like to acknowledge the members of today's Governor's Club: Rice and Spice Houston, Sammy Girl, good to see you. It's been a while. Ali Severino and Jeremy 2001 Happy ×2. These are people who give tips and super thanks to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here and enjoy the videos. Well, so this is after President Trump officially signed the deal, and then he also took a picture with the world leaders and said a few words as the press was preparing for the photo.
Just made a big deal today, so we'll smile. The biggest ever, right? Back. And the press has treated us very well. Everybody likes us. The press is excellent. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
So again, obviously a historic day in the Middle East. President Trump was able to get this done in 9 to 10 months, whereas the rest of the war happened under Joe Biden and there was barely any progress at all. As always, though, all of that is just my analysis and commentary. That's what's happening in the world of politics from my point of view, and I would love to hear from you. So, do you think there's any other person who could have been president who could have gotten this done, either on the Democrat or the Republican side? I know that, the Democrats didn't really have a primary, but is there anyone else you could see getting this done on the same timeline here in America with their leadership and with their conviction? Let me know your thoughts on that down in the comments below. So yesterday was the first round in one of the competitions that I'm in, so I wanted to share some video with you. Now, I was not able to record the actual competition itself, but this is footage of me in the practice room warming up, so it's not quite perfect, but I'm getting there. The piece, again, is Rachmaninoff's Third Concerto in D minor. This is from the third movement. So for those of you who are unfamiliar, concertos basically usually have 3 movements. I'm playing the finale, and then the finale itself is around 13 to 15 minutes. This is like the opening, I'd say 25 to 33%. You can really divide the third movement, I believe, into 3 distinct chunks. But the first chunk, the opening chunk, is the smallest, and like the middle chunk's like 50%, and then the closing probably the same size as the opening. But this is, the opening of the final movement. Oh, and I'll find out if I make it to the finals round for this competition on the 17th, so just in a few days. And then the competition I really want to win. Obviously, I want to move forward and do well in both, but the other one that I'm really aiming for is the 28th. And before I play the video, for those of you who are new viewers, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. I know it's a simple thing to ask for. Smash that subscribe button, and I hope you enjoy this preview of the piece. Oh, and one final note. I know not everyone is familiar with what a concerto is, but a concerto is a duet between the orchestra and a solo instrument. So you're not getting the other half of the equation in this. So obviously there would also be an orchestra playing in the background. So if you're like, oh, I don't hear a melody there, or oh, this feels like something's missing, that's probably because I'm playing the accompaniment and the orchestra has the melody or something else. It's really a puzzle that fits together.